having issues, which means we got to sign up for Twitter, Rumble, and what's that other one? Truth Central. Truth Social, that what it is? Yes, that's what it is. Oh, look at this, we're live. We have an audience already. Yay. That there, get this right there, get this on over to here, and let's slide all the way down and see who's in the house tonight. Ricky B's here. Rick, how you doing? Mildly amused. Okay, cool name. Vinny, what's happening? Roland, what's going on? David Stewart, how you doing? Bruh, what are you doing, bruh? Okay. Marine Knight, what's happening? And Jill Ann Bernie, you beat the old boy here again. Rick, WW, what's happening? Scott, David. All right, good evening, everyone. My name is James. This is Dividend Stock Talk, where I invest in dividend stocks, take you along for the ride for a safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week. Let's get started. It is Sunday, the last Sunday of the year, the very first day of the 52 week, the 52nd week of the year. So, I mean, this is it. 2 more days and that's it. Carola, how are ya? Elle, Scott, Steve? Who's your daddy? Okay, it's your name. Cool beans. Sifeli, cool. Zorana, how are you? Timmy? Marcam? I can't even read that name. Mr. Teacup. All right. Darian, neat. Okay, anyway, that being said, let's just get on into it and let's take a look at what we have coming up next week. Now, next week is going to be the tail end of the year, okay, the last 2 days of 2024 and the first 3 days of 2025. Well, not actually first 3 days, because only first 2 days, because there's no trading on the first. So there will be trading on Thursday and Friday. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday this coming up week. So we only have 4 days this week. So let's get in, see what we're doing, see what's going on. Now, remember, I have a simple trading strategy I created for my 9-year-old when she jumped on my lap and said, Daddy, can you teach me what you're doing? Well, here's the thing. How do you teach a 9-year-old how to trade stocks? Well, it has to be simple. It has to be safe. It has to be predictable, consistent, and most importantly, no way for her to lose. So, in order to achieve this, I had to come up with 5 rules. Okay? Number 1, never buy something you don't understand. Number 2, never sell at a loss. It defeats the purpose of the whole game. How you doing over there? Number 3, make sure the company's consistently profitable. 4, weekly options only, and 5, make sure the numbers work. Now, I am going to do a couple of sample trades so you guys get to see what I'm doing. Now, I'm not trying to sell anyone anything, so, you know, don't even bother getting your credit card out or your pay. No, don't even bother. I don't have anything to sell you. So, it is what it is. The legalese, what's happening? Jack Smith, Amanda. Muhammad, I don't write this down. Yep. Alrighty. Hello to you too, Sylvia. All right. That being said, let's jump on in and see where we left off yesterday. We're going to take a look at some companies that might be good for this coming up week. Okay? First one on the list we're going to look at is Coca-Cola. Now, don't ask me why. Coca-Cola is one of those companies I never actually buy, not because I don't like them, okay, but because the numbers just don't work for me. Let me explain. Now, when I'm investing, I want a good quality company, number 1. Number 2, I want to make sure that good quality company is profitable. The way I look at it, well, they've got to either increase their profits or the dividends got to be increased. Now, if the dividends, okay, if the dividends are a part of the profits the company makes that they give back to the investors, that's me and you, we're the investors, if that's the money they give back to us, well, if they're consistently profitable, doesn't it make sense that the dividends got to increase? Or work it backwards. If the dividend increases, don't you think the profits are increasing? However you want to look at it. Still waiting for Kohl's, Walgreens, and Bitto to recover. Well, Nupster, let's take a look at Walgreens, Bitto, and Kohl's. Orlando, how are you today? So, Kohl's, Walgreens, WBA, and what was the third one? Bitto, BITO. Now, I admit I did BITO last. I think it was February and March. It didn't excite me. It wasn't very consistent, and the prices kept going down, down, down. The funny thing about it is that I couldn't get my 1%. I couldn't even get a 0.5% on that thing because once. No, how about just no? Okay, so let's take a look at Coca-Cola. Like I always say, very first thing I always want to look at is where is the high? Well, the high is just about 74. Okay, well, where's the low? Back here in April, right at 58. So 58 is your low of the year. 74 is your high of the year. What's the distance between the two? Okay, so from 58 to 74, that's 10, 14 bucks. Now, $14 on a $58 stock, well, that's close to 20%, but not quite there. That's a 20% difference between the high and the low. This is something you need to understand when you're buying stocks and when you're investing. There is going to be a 52-week high, and there is going to be a 52-week low. And that can range anywhere between, a 10% difference to a 100% difference. Okay, you're going to see as we progress through the night, the difference between the low of the year and the high of the year. Well, where is it right now? Well, as compared to the low, we're kind of like closer to the low than we are to the high. Well, it's Coca-Cola. They've been in business for over 100 years. Let's take a look. Currently at 62.45. The closest one we're going to find is going to be the 63. All right, so if you don't understand what I'm doing, I'm buying a stock and I'm selling the rights, not the obligation, just the rights. That means somebody can buy it from me for the same price I just paid for it, and for that privilege, they're going to pay me a premium. Well, right here, if we're going by the numbers, I'm buying it 62.76 as the purchase price tomorrow morning. Okay. The 63 call strike is going to be the closest. Now the 63 call, okay, Matt, how you doing? The 63 call price, even though it's the closest, look at what it's paying out. It's paying out 25 cents a share. That's less than a 0.5%. As much as I like Coca-Cola, I have no desire to put my money into something that's giving me a 0.5% for the week. Nope. Let's move on. So, somebody wants to take a look at Kohls. Now, I like Kohls. I actually have a bunch of Kohls. So let's take a look at the numbers for Kohls. First thing, as always, the high, the low, where was it? Where is it? What direction is it going? Okay, sideways, down, sideways again. Now we're at 14.36. Again, look at the high, look at the low. 14 is the low, 29 is the high. That is a 50% difference. Okay, so if you're going from 14 to 29, well, that's a 100% difference between the bottom and the top. Now, if you owned it at 29 and it dropped to 14, well, you lost 50%. Okay, but if you bought it at the low at 14 and then you bought it, and then you sold it at the 29, well, you made 100%. It's just it's a numbers game. Okay, we get in, we get out, we want our percentage, we just move on forward. So I kind of like Kohls. I have a bunch of them. Let's see what the numbers look like. Currently, the price is $14.37. So if I buy it in the morning at $14.37, the closest strike price is going to be the $14.50. Well, the $14.50 is going for 22 cents a share. That is more than 1%. This will be the first guinea pig we do tonight. But here's the thing. Is it the right time to buy it? Just because, the 1-year chart looks okay, all right, fine. Just because the premium, the numbers work, well, great. But is it the right time? I want to see what the high and low is, and I want to see where it should be going. Wall Street Journal calling you for an interview. Yeah, I don't think so. Something about working for someone else just doesn't thrill me. But thank you for that. All right, so that's the 1 year. I like the 1 year. It looks okay. Let's break it down. The 90-day. What has it done for the last 3 months? Well, 3 months ago was high, just a little over 21. Now we dropped all the way down to here. Here's the bottom last week. Not this current week, but before Christmas. So let's take a closer look. Because there's the high, the low, where was it, where is it? Look at the direction. Down, sideways, down, sideways. All right, so let's take a closer look. The last 30 days, which would be the 29th right there. Okay, So 30 days ago, it gives you a whole different picture as compared to looking at the 1-year chart. So now we're looking at the 30 days. So 30 days ago, we're at 15. Jump up to 16, drop all the way down here. Here's the bottom right here last Friday. Not 2 days ago Friday, but last Friday. Okay? Uh-oh. Why not, sir? You are explaining damn fine. Yeah, I understand that. But working for someone else doesn't thrill me. I think that's the part you're not quite grasping. But I thank you for the comment, though. All right, anyway. So here's the bottom right here on the 20th. Okay, and the bottom on the 20th was $13.77. I know some high school kids who can afford $13.77 per share for Kohl's. But the main thing is, do you like the company? Remember rule number one, never buy something you don't understand or you don't want to own. If you don't like the company, don't buy it. So we're going to go through the example because everything so far looks pretty good. 30-day high was right here, the beginning of December. 30-day bottom was last Friday. Was that 5 days ago? 5 trading days ago. Okay, and then she like 1, 2, 3 days to the upside. Even the bottom's a little bit higher. But what happened on Friday? Okay, Friday is a little bit of a pullback. What does that mean? Does that mean we should wait? Well, it all depends. Okay, is this not the 30-day bottom? Is that 3 days to the upside? Well, what happened here? Well, what happened here is going to be illuminated tomorrow morning when the market opens. It's going to be either higher or if it's going to be lower. So I'm sitting on the edge of my seat deciding, do I do it? Do I not do it? But let's take a look at the numbers to see. Because it's a 50-50 shot at this point. Is it the 30-day bottom and we're going up? And Friday was an anomaly or a glitch. Okay, and it's going up. Look what the high is. The high is way up here at 16. And it's right down here at the moment. And here's the bottom right there. So is it possible? Yeah, it is. Well, let's take a look. I appreciate the offer. Send me a DM. All right, so let's take a look at the numbers. I like it at 1450. So let's see exactly what a covered call should look like and what type of return can we get using Kohl's as an example. All right, now, first thing I want to do is I want to change it from single right here, and I want to change it to covered call. All right, yeah, just click on that. Whole new window opens up. There it is right there, covered stock. There's a lot of trading strategies. My opinion, my advice, okay, yeah, learn one first before you look at all those other ones. They can get quite information overload on them. So it's always best to stick with one, learn it, perfect it, and then move on to other ones. So this is the simplest, safest, most predictable, and let's move on. Okay, so remember I said it's right now it's at 1437. The closest one's going to be the 1450 right there. Okay, so the 1450 right here. Alrighty. Hope you are attached. Hope you attached your email. Yep, my email is attached to almost every single one of my bios. Now, I am live broadcasting on 2 YouTube channels, 1 TikTok, 1 Instagram. Facebook has been working very well, and Twitter's just nothing but crickets. So we're going to have to figure out how to pass along the information to those other broadcast places. All right, so here we go. I'm going to do just one contract so you guys don't get overwhelmed by the larger numbers, because I usually like doing 1,000 to 2,000 shares at a time, but let's just do one contract so you understand what it sounds like and what it should look like. All right, first thing I want to do is I want to change the amount that I'm doing. How many shares of stock am I buying? How many options am I selling? Well, right now we're just looking at one, just to give you an idea. Okay, Kohl's, the symbol. The expiration date, the 3rd of January, which is this coming Friday. Now, remember rule number 4, okay? Weekly options are a must. No weekly options, no thank you. It's pretty simple. I want weekly options because I'm looking for a safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week. And I can't get that unless I choose to sit in front of my computer, and I do not want to do that, okay? I want to be in. I want to be out 5, 10, 15 minutes. That's it. All right. So I like the 1450 call strike. That goes right there. I want the market price because I want it filled first thing in the morning. All right? Now, let's hit confirm and send and read what it should sound like. I always encourage people to read it out loud. That way you can hear what it is you're doing. Because every once in a while, you're going to lose money, and mainly because you hit the wrong button. Don't feel bad. Don't be embarrassed. I did it 4 times this year. Okay? I lost a fat chunk of money 4 times this year. All right. Anyway. Buy 1 covered call of Kohl's, KSS, 100s. Those are the weeklies. Okay, 3 January 25. That basically means this option is going to expire at 3:59 p.m. Friday, the 3rd of January. So whoever buys it from me has between tomorrow morning and Friday afternoon to figure out what they want to do. The $14.50 call option against the Kohl stock at the market to open. That is the trade. That's the way it should sound. Okay, I'm going to do it all at once. Real fluid. You ready? Buy 1 covered call Kohl's 100s. The weekly's 3 January 25. That's this coming Friday. 14.50 call strike against Kohl's to open. That is correct. All right. So my break even. $14.12.5. Well, what does that mean? Well, that means if the stock drops down to $14.11, that's the point where I start losing money. So anything above $14.12.50 is going to be a profit. Well, the stock at the moment is at $14.37. So if it goes up, I'm good. If it stays the exact same, doesn't move at all, I'm pretty much good. And if it comes down, it comes down a little bit, and I'll still be okay. All right, that I like. I like the odds and probabilities in my favor. All right, so the maximum profit, it tells me right there. Now, remember when I say I want simple, safe, predictable? Well, I already know what I'm going to make on this trade if I decide to do it. It's written right there. Maximum profit, $37.50. Okay, so $37.50 is my maximum profit. Let's bust out the calculator. Here we go. Clear. $37.50. Okay, that's the profit. Well, what is that profit costing me? Cost of the trade right here, $1,413. $1,413. Now, by dividing the profit by the outlay, what it's costing me is going to give me my rate of return for the week. Well, this one is 2.6% for 4 days. Okay? Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. There's no trading on Wednesday. Okay, that's the, what is that? New Year's Eve. New Year's Day. Yeah, no trading on New Year's Day. So, 2.6%. But what if, hold on, what if I have a margin account? Well, I just so happen to have a margin account. So, this trade on a margin account, are you ready? I'm still getting the same profit. Okay, $37.50. But now buying on margin allows me some leverage. Now I honestly tell you, do not use a margin account right out the get-go. Unless you understand the risks involved, don't do it. But I want to show you it just because it gives you something to look forward to, something to think about. Any thought on Forex trading? Yeah, I don't do Forex. I do, see the part where I need to sit in front of my computer all day? Yeah, you missed that part. No, thank you. If I wanted to, I could sit in front of my computer all day and make a big chunk of money. But that's not my desires. That's not what I want to do. Okay, I want to hang out with my kids. I want to hang out with my grandson. I want to go do stuff. Okay, I may be retired and not getting paid to work, but I still enjoy working. Okay, all right, so I'm going to show you what it looks like on margin. So remember, all cash, it's 2.7%. That's not bad. That's over 100% per year. But let's take a look at the margin. Okay, right here, all cash, it would be 1,413. Okay. Margin, it's 697. Well, let's divide that. 697, and that's going to be 5.38%. Well, that's a hell of a lot better than 2.6. Forex trading is a lonely world. Yeah, it probably is. I don't do Forex. I already mentioned that one. Who do we got over here? Sacco, Mike, how you doing? And De Fritas, Everaldo, how are you tonight? All right, you guys, welcome, welcome. All right, so that's the difference between an all cash account and a margin account. Can you imagine getting 5% every single week? Do you have any idea what that comes to? Well, let's multiply it by 52 because after all, there are 52 weeks in a year, right? That's 279% for the year. That's doubling your money every 6 months. That's craziness. Nobody does that. But they could, right? They could. Keep it simple. Keep it safe. Keep it predictable, consistent, and however you manage to do it, try not to lose. Rule number 2, never sell at a loss. Defeats the purpose. Okay, so Nupster, you want to take a look at Bitto. See, Bitto, I'm not a big fan, okay? Now, the reason why I'm not a big fan with Bitto, they don't have 20 years of consistent profits. So if you're taking your money and you're investing it in some place, you can invest it anywhere you want. But for me, I like companies that have stood the test of time. A lot of the companies I buy have been in business for over 100 years. Coca-Cola, 140 years. Wells Fargo, 120, 130 years. Okay? Walgreens, 170 years. Okay? Consolidated Edison, over 200 years. These companies have seen a lot of shit. Okay, World War I, World War II, Korea, Vietnam, the Great Depression, the stock market crash of 29, the stock market crash of 87, the stock market crash of 2008, the stock market crash of 2021. We've seen all this stuff. James, who inspired you to trade this 1% system? Well, Landon, I told you, it was my daughter. Seriously, because I've been trading for 20 years. First 5 weren't that great. But as soon as my daughter said, Daddy, can you teach me? Well, there's a strategy I had come up with for her. Now, for her, hold on, I'm going to show you the video. Are you holding any stocks long term? Okay, my idea of long term is 30 days. Okay, so your idea of long term may be whatever it is. My idea of long term is 30 days. Okay, so that being said, let's keep on moving on. Bitto, yeah, I don't like Bitto because they have not been around long enough. All right. Uh-oh, I missed a whole bunch. MSTR. Oh, I hate it when people ask me that one because then I have to be a meanie and say, no, what are you thinking? Okay, Cisco. MSTR. MSTR. Okay, it's at 330. It's waiting for data. Okay, and here's the data. Well, here we go. But before we go into that, let's jump on over to Yahoo Finance. Okay, now Yahoo Finance gives me a lot of information. The main information I'm looking for is how consistently does this company increase its dividends? Because to me, I have 2 choices. I can read all the quarterly reports. I can read all the annual reports. Or I can go straight to the dividends, because if the dividend is a portion of the profits the company pays out, well, just by looking at how often they increase, well, that would give me an idea of how often are they consistently profitable. And MSTR, no dividends in this time frame. That means no dividends, no thank you. It's actually that simple. Okay, Swagatam. Inflation going to skyrocket. Any chance the market crash? Fed cut? Will insane. It did fall. That sentence, because no punctuation, so I'm assuming it's one huge thought, kind of makes no sense, because it's bits and pieces of a bunch of different things. But what is the final thought we're trying to get here? Okay. Inflation going skyrocket. Any chance for a market crash? Fed cut? Was insane. It did fall. Okay, maybe there's 3 separate thoughts there. That's what it sounds like. Inflation. I have no idea. We have no idea what's going to happen in the first 90 days of the orange guy coming in. No idea whatsoever. Okay? Market crash. There's a market crash every 10 years. Okay? Check your history. Every decade, there's a market crash, correction, recession, whatever name you want to put on it. Okay? If you're afraid of that, don't play the game. Okay? If you want to go play some kickball, don't be upset if you get, if you skin your knee or you trip and fall. Okay? It's part of the game. Okay? All right, that's it. That's that. Okay, let's go over here. MSTR is going to be a no. No dividends. No thank you. Wow, you guys have no questions whatsoever. Hope, what happens to a stock if we default on debt? Well, you got to be a little bit more specific about that. Because when you say we, are you talking about we as in me and you, or are you talking about we as the United States? And what debt is it specifically that you're talking about? Because there's a whole shit. Okay, the USA debt. Okay, but the USA debt to who? Because the USA owns a lot. Yeah, I get that. The US government, I get that. All right, I understand what you're saying. The Treasury, yeah, I get that. Okay, but who are they defaulting to? Are they defaulting to us, the little people, the peons? Are they defaulting to Great Britain? Are they defaulting to Germany? Are they defaulting to whoever? Could you look at VOOV? Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay, so VOOV. Okay, there it is. We're looking, and guess what we say about VOOV? No. That was quick. I didn't have to turn around for that one because, what is this? MHM. I'm assuming you're saying, All right, so anyway. Michael, welcome back again. How do you deal with a stock going down that you sold a covered call on? How do you decide where to sell the next call now that the price has gone down? Michael, awesome question. Hold that thought. Okay, just hold the thought. Okay, so you think that the U.S. government is going to default on its debt to China. Okay, fine. Okay, Croc, how many shares of PLTR do I have? 0. And if you were smart, you'd have 0 also. Okay? You want to look at PLTR? No, it just doesn't. It doesn't work for me. I want a simple, safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week. PLNTR, whatever it is, does not work for me. Orlando, small cap stock is going to skyrocket when Trump lifts the regulations of small companies. Yeah, there's a lot of ifs, ands, and buts. Okay? So anyway, Hope, back to you and your fear of the U.S. of defaulting to China. Okay, so here's the thing. Who is the #1 buyer of Chinese products? The United States. Okay? Where does China send most of their stuff? To the United States. We default on our loans. What are they going to do? I mean, think about it. Why do you hate PLTR? Oh, my goodness. Hold that thought. Scotty wants to look at TOL, DG, Marvel, and GE. Okay, sit tight, Scotty. We're going to look at PLTR in about 2 seconds as soon as I help out Ms. Hope here. Now, Ms. Hope, you do realize there is no such thing as the U.S. government defaulting on their debts. Reason being is because if they do, they just call up the Federal Reserve, say, hey, throw the printing press on, whip me out a couple more billion. That's it. That's all the government has to do. Doesn't solve the problem, but they won't default. They'll just print more money. And what is China going to do? What are any other countries going to do? Okay, we are a debtor nation. There's a lot more to it than that, but simplified, yes. If the U.S. gets in debt, all they do is just turn on the printing press and print more crap. Okay, so it's not an issue you need to worry about. What you should worry about is making sure your investments are in places, okay, in certain vehicles that are, let's say, recession-proof or crash-proof or whatever. Okay, we're always going to need toothbrushes, toothpaste, personal products, shampoo, toilet paper, gasoline, oil. We're always going to need those kind of things. What we don't need are things that really we don't need. All right, think about it. There's only 3 necessities in life: food, shelter, clothing. Everything else is a luxury. Go from there. Figure it out. You got to put your investments where you think it's best for you. I'm just here reading some numbers off the charts. You guys asked me to take a look at certain stocks. Fine, great. Let's keep on going. V Chen. James, what does V Chen say? James, restructuring my holdings for tomorrow to include some U.S. Steel. Ooh, we're going to take a look at some U.S. Steel, but let's take a break, okay? I got asked 3 times tonight about PLTR, Plantair, and somebody wants to know why I don't like it. PLTR. All right, well, we can start on a list. So let's start the list. Are you ready? Number 1, it's at the high of the year. I never ever buy anything at the high of the year. Okay, I've never once. Okay, now listen to what I'm about to say, and then you think about it. How often have you heard this? You ready? Hey, look, the stock is at its high. Let's buy some and wait for it to go higher. When have you ever heard that? Probably never. You always hear, this is what you always hear, always, buy low, sell high. So why the hell am I buying high, waiting for it to go higher? That's number 1. But wait, it gets worse. Let's go on over to Yahoo Finance, and put in PLTR, and take a look at how well this company pays dividends. You ready? Oh, wait a second, no dividends. So if they have no dividend, now, so see if this makes sense, because it doesn't make any sense tonight. The name of the show is Dividend Stock Talk. Dividend investing for cash flow. So if the company doesn't have dividends, why the hell are we even looking at it? It makes no sense. Okay? If it doesn't have dividends, no thank you. I'm not interested most of the time. Okay? There are some I do bend the rules for. Palantir is not one of them. Okay, it's at $79. I'm kind of curious, what is the book value on this company? Oh no, there you go. This is a deal and a half. Seriously, think about this. You're going to buy a company for $79.50 per share, and the book value is $1.98. Explain to me in what universe that's a good investment. Book value $1.98. That means if the Supreme Court comes in and says, hey, you need to liquidate and pay off your investors, well, guess what you're going to get? You're going to get $1.98, because that's all it's worth. Okay, how do you figure out what it's worth? You take a look at the balance sheet. If you don't know what a balance sheet is, you shouldn't be investing. It's actually that simple. Understand what you're doing with your money. You're giving your money to people that you don't know and hoping that they do a right job for you. Well, what are you here for? Well, here, what I teach is a simple, safe, predictable 1% per week. But I want to make sure it's a good company and have good fundamentals. I'm not going to buy a company for $80 that's only worth $2, and they don't have dividends, which means, how do I know if they're profitable? Well, now you want me to do homework? You want me to read each and every quarterly report and annual report? I prefer just going to the dividends. It's a bunch of numbers. I didn't go to college, but I do know that 15 is lower than 16, but 17 is higher. Okay? If it goes 17, 18, 20, 29, 30, 37, if it goes higher, I know they're consistently profitable. But if I don't have something to look at, well, now I have to sit in front of my computer waiting for what? Head, shoulders, ascending pennant, declining. Yeah, no thank you. I don't want to sit in front of my computer. I have a very simple strategy. And it's simple. Adults have a tendency to screw it up and try to make it complicated. Okay? A company that's consistently profitable. That's the number one criteria. A company that is consistently profitable. If I can't tell if it's consistently profitable or not, I have no desire to do extra work. Okay, we looked the other day, there's 9,817 different companies to look through. Do you really think I want to do all that extra work? Hell no. I want to go straight to the dividends. And I actually want to cheat even further because somebody else does it for me. There's a bunch of people that actually keep track of all the companies and how often they increase their dividends. And every year they update the list. Are you ready? You got a pencil, paper? Crayon, mascara, lipstick, I don't judge. Whatever you want to write with, whatever you have handy. Okay, you ready? Dividend Kings, 54 companies that have increased their dividends for 5 decades or more. Okay, 54 companies, 5 decades or more. Okay, there's one company there, GPC, Genuine Parts Corporation, seven decades of increased dividends. Every single year they make more and more and more money. So why wouldn't they be on my list? Second list, Dividend Aristocrats. 67 companies have consistently increased for more than 25 years. Dividend Champions. They have a little bit different rules than the Aristocrats, but still 25 years of increased dividends. There's 150 of those. Now the Dividend Contenders. 300 companies have consistently increased their dividends 10 years to 24 years. Okay, I don't want to read a whole bunch of crap. Really, I don't. I'm 60 years old. I'm retired. I don't want the extra effort. Okay? I don't. So, Dividend Kings List 2024. Oh, wait, hold on. In about another week or two, the lists are going to update. That means whoever's maintaining the list, and there's more than one person, okay? Whoever's maintaining the list, they're going to update it. And then I personally going to go to Google and put in Dividend Kings List 2025. And then boom, I'm going to have all the new Dividend Kings with the other Dividend Kings that are still there. I'll change my list and I'll add more stuff to it. That being said, it's really not that difficult. Okay, rule number 1, pick a good company, one that you understand. Rule number 2, never sell for a loss. Rule number 3, make sure the company is consistently profitable. I have no idea why someone would put their money into a company that's not consistently profitable. And then if you have a choice, because you do, there's 9,817 choices, which one do you pick? Well, for me, it's 20 years or more of increased profits. That's it. There's only about 300. I don't have to worry about the other 97% of all the stocks. I'm only want to look at the top 3%. That's it. But like I said earlier, I don't tell people what to buy. I don't tell people what to do. All right, so Scott wants to take a look at the Toll brothers. So let's go, TOL. So anyway, to summarize, that's one of the reasons why, well, that's a couple of reasons why I don't like Palantir. No dividends, no thank you. Book value, absolute trash. My humble opinion, of course. All right, Toll brothers, let's take a gander. First thing, as always, high, low, where was it, where is it, what direction? It's not that difficult. Take your little finger, put it right on the screen. Sideways, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Look at this, it's turning right there. That's what we want to see because that's last week and the week before. Okay, the high's there, the low's there. What's the difference between the two? 95 and 170. That's a 75, 95 and 170. 75. It's a $75 difference. $75 difference on a $170 stock. This baby almost, let me think, 70%? That's a 70% increase. 70% increase to the high. But look what happened in the last 30 days. It went from 170 down to 126. That's a $50 drop. $50 drop on a $170 stock. That's just right around 25%. Okay, it's a big drop. So what's happening? Well, it's bouncing right here, turning around. But what happened on Friday? Friday seems to be a little fickle because I've seen a lot of stocks. Nice run up last week, but Friday, some strange reason, everything seemed to pull back. But before we even look at that, let's go to the numbers and see if it's even worth our time. 128, the 128's going for 115 to 135. That's right around 1%. That's what we're looking for. So a couple of questions. Question number 1, always number 1, does it make sense? If it doesn't make sense, you shouldn't be doing it. You're just wasting your time here if it doesn't make sense. Or you need to spend more time here to understand a little better because it's really not that difficult. Because from my understanding, you got to be 18 in order to be here. All right? And if you're 18, well, it's 100% safe to say that you're older than 9 years old. who this was created for. And for those of you that are new, let's go check out the little princess and see what you think.
Hi, I'm JC, and as you being part of my internet website club thingy, which my dad doesn't like me calling it that, but I do. Being part of that, you're going to be getting weekly lists of.
This is my favorite part up here. I laugh every time I see this.
What does that mean? That means
Here it comes.
There is a different company paying out dividends.
I always laugh every time I see that. I had to keep her entertained, okay? At that video right here, she was 11. So I started teaching her at 9, and here we got 3 years later, we're starting doing YouTube videos together. It was kind of fun. It was challenging to keep her on task at certain times because you know how it is with young girls, they get to a certain point. Okay, so let's go. If you had $1,000, what 1 or 2 stocks would you put it in right now? Gunnar, how are you today? Is buy the rumor, sell the news valid? Actually, it kind of is. Okay, now, I'd love to be able to help you out, but I don't know anything about you. Okay, I can't tell you to buy this or buy that because I don't know anything about you. I have no idea how old you are. I have no idea what your goals are, what your risk factor is, what your dreams, your aspirations, and what your commitment level is. I know nothing, so I cannot tell you what to do. If you really want to ask, send me your phone number. I'll give you a buzz. We'll chat. I love talking to people, especially I love talking to people about investing. You know, we'll chat. All right. So, Toll Brothers. Let's go back to where we were. Oh, so anyway, that's my daughter. Okay, she jumped on my lap when she was 9. This was in 2008. She said, "Daddy, can you please teach me what you're doing?" I said, "Okay." So that's where the 5 criteria came from: simple, safe, predictable, consistent, and no way for her to lose. Really not that difficult. Okay, adults have a tendency to make it more complicated than it needs to be. So, do we like Toll Brothers? Well, let's take a look. Here's the high, here's the low, here's where it was, here's the movement. Let's take a better look. A year ago, we're at 101. We bottomed out at 94. Okay, that was back in late January last year. Last 90 days, well, here's the high of the year. The high of the year, 169.52. But what happened? Okay, you got the high of the year, and she just drops. Finds a new bottom right there. Now, you're going to make most of your money buying low and selling high. Well, you can't get any lower than the low of the year. And if it's right here last week, well, that should be a buying opportunity. But what the hell happened on Friday? This is like the 3rd or 4th stock we've seen. 3 or 4 days of the upside, and everything seemed to pull back on Friday. What the hell's going on? Don't know. But let's keep moving forward. I do like Toll Brothers, so it is on my list. And Monday it will give me a better idea. Was that just like a market-wide anomaly where everything just pulled back on Friday? And are they going to continue their upward trend? Because here's your 30-day high right here. Okay, you got your profit ticket. Now it's low. People say, wait a minute, Toll Brothers at 120? Hell yeah. But what does Friday mean? Okay, so Monday is going to be one of the deciding factors. Toll Brothers, yeah, it's on the list, but what is it going to do on Monday? Because when Monday rolls around, okay, all these numbers are going to change. And the very first number that's going to get posted is the opening price of the day. And that will be a driving factor on which direction I plan on going. Is it higher? Great, I'm jumping in. Is it lower? I'm holding back a while because I need to find the bottom and then 2 or 3 days to the upside before I jump in. All right, so that was Toll Brothers. What's next? Dollar General, DG. I like Dollar General, okay? We had a high at 170. We have a bottom at 70. Now, come on, you know that. From 170 down to 70, that's over 50% decrease. That's a $100 drop. A $100 drop on a $170 stock. That's what, 80% maybe? That's a big drop. No, wait a minute. 65, 70%, something like that. But it's still, either way, it's still a big drop from 170 down to 75. That's big. All right. Anyway, what do the numbers look like? Well, currently we're at 76.69. See that number right there? 76.69. The closest strike price is going to be the 77. And it's going between 70 and 83. Well, that's over 1%. So this is another one to keep our eye on. Now remember, next week, starting tomorrow, we only have 4 days. So you're not going to see a good 1% on every single company because you only have 4 days instead of 5. All right, so let's keep on going. A year ago, 136. We topped off at what is that right there? 168.07. So that was a top. That was the middle of March. Okay, we had a big drop in August. She went from 124 and dropped all the way down to 77. Now that's a big drop. Now I remember the drop because I jumped in. Okay, anytime I see a good company just make a big drop, and it's usually because of earnings. Okay, well, we didn't make our money. Okay, fine. But what happened? Hit a bottom and then it went up. That's what it usually does. When you have a big drop like that, usually hits a bottom and usually goes back up again. Okay, so the low of the year was on the 20th of November, and that was 72.12. Let's just take a look at the last 30 days, because the last 30 days is going to give me a good idea of where I can expect it to be heading this coming week. Okay, now look at the 30-day chart. This is almost like an invitation. Like, come on down. You're the next contestant on Pick a Stock Today. 30 days ago, we're at 74. We shoot up to 85. Okay, drop all the way down. Here's your bottom last Thursday. Okay, well, last Friday she was up. Then Monday, then Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. That's like 4 days to the upside right there. Okay, 30-day high, 30-day bottom. Now she's going up, and the numbers all look right. I can buy it at 76.69. The 77s are going for over 1%. So I'm going to write that one down too. That one, DG. I like Dollar General. Now, of course, I'll wait until the market opens just to make sure that it's another day to the upside. Because if she opens up lower, then I might have to hold off. All right, next one, Marvel. Ooh, I like Marvel too.
Hasbro.
Marvel, MRVL. Interesting. I'm a little leery about that gap up. Gaps have a tendency to fill, and if we're way up here, this thing's going to pull back. It doesn't make me happy looking, because look at how low down here, 55, and jumps up to 125. Okay, that is a 150% increase with 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 months, 150% increase within 4 months. Yeah, it's going to be profit taking. So why do I want to get involved in that? I mean, think about it. Why would you want to get involved with something that is teetering on, come take profits, come take profit? Yeah, no. Sorry, I like it, but I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait until it pulls back to this area here before I look at it again. Now, it is on my list, which means I do look at it every 90 days, because every 90 days, the dividend comes out. When the dividend's coming out, it means, well, that's the time I want to buy. Okay, GEHC. Scott, I have no idea what that is. GEHC. Okay. GE Healthcare. Never heard of it. So let's go to Yahoo Finance and see if it's in there. GEHC. Okay, some historical data. That's what I want to see. How often have they increased their dividends? And do they even have dividends? That's always a good one. This is probably going to be a no. I can tell by the dividends already. All right, this one's going to be a no. Reason being this one's a no. It's 2 years old. The dividend hasn't changed. 3 cents. Yeah. Sorry, Scott. That wraps it up, dude. GEHC, not old enough. Okay, did I miss any questions here? I probably did. Wow, I missed a whole bunch of questions. PLTR, got that one. Vache, please, you have to get, okay, Rivera, you got to give me the stock symbol because I've never heard of that. PLTR is no. Yeah, I got that. Total lame stock to buy. Okay.
Hasbro.
Okay, I'll wait to buy PLTR at 10. It's only worth $1.78. VSH. What the heck is VSH? How about Tesla? Apparently you don't listen very well. I'm older than 9, yeah, but do you make it more complicated? Okay, TSLY, no. MPLX, John, were you listening to what I was saying? Okay, what was that question he had? MPLX, MPLX. MPLX. Now, okay, sorry, dude. MPLX monthly. Now, it amazes me. It does. It amazes me when I tell people I want something with consistent profits and weekly options. Yes, James, I do sell them at the money. It's a numbers game. At the money, in the money, out of the money. It all depends on the momentum of the stock, what direction it's going. Never fight the trend. Is it trending up? Is it trending down? Sweetie Swag wants to take a look at Riley. I love Riley. I do. I do. I do now. Yes, I do. Do you want me to be on my... Okay, Riley, the high, $40. The low, $4.68. Explain to me in a manner in which I'll understand. That's a huge drop. $40 to 5 to 4. It's actually $4.68. VSH. Okay, Rivera, hold on a second. I've never heard of it. VSH. Okay, there you go. Vache. There it is, right there. You see it? No. No. No weeklies. No, thank you. Now, Riley, believe it or not, I do have, but I did not buy Riley up here. Okay, Riley had a big gap down, dropped, and started floating down here at the bottom. That's where I jumped in, down here. They call that bottom fishing. Okay, the high, $40. Well, now it's in the $5 range. I feel bad for the people who bought it up in 40s. Okay, John, ExxonMobil, we took a look at that yesterday. It just didn't look good. And nothing's going to change between yesterday and today. Okay, drop, here we are, 106.65 to 107's, only 86 cents. The numbers are there. Now, I like the stock, don't get me wrong, but the numbers just ain't there. Okay, I have bought ExxonMobil plenty of times this year, but the numbers just ain't there this year. Why, Max? Hell no. Big Bob, seriously? Seriously, Bob? Check the numbers. How consistently profitable are they? If you need to read all the annual reports, go ahead. Or you can just look at the dividends and see how often they've increased. Now, all right, so Riley, let's go back to Riley. Now, as I was saying, I didn't buy Riley up here. I was bottom fishing with it. So let's take a look at it. NVIDIA, oh, double hell no. Do you even read what it is you buy? If you're buying NVIDIA, you got a serious issue. Number one, it's a $140 stock. The dividend is 1 penny. 1 penny. The book value is $1.74. $140 stock, it's worth $1.74. Okay, and it's no, dude, seriously. Do some research on where you're putting your money. You can put your money anywhere you want. Seriously, put your money anywhere you want. Okay? The book value is $1.74. The dividend is 1 penny. And you think that's a good investment? All right. Anyway, Riley, let's get back to where we were. All right. A year ago, we're at 22. We topped out at 39.84. Look at the last 90 days. Okay? Last 90 days. The high's at 7. The low's at 4. Okay? She drops back up, back down, back up, back down. Here we are right here. Not a time for jumping in. Well, I already own it, so it's not as if I'm jumping in. I already own it. What is it going to look like? Well, we're in a little bit of a downturn at this moment in time. Look at the last 30 days right there. Say, here's the last 30 days. Now, this should get you a little excited if you're into it also. My portfolio consists of Nvidia, TSL, Amazon, and Palantir. My profit's currently 30,000. You do realize that 30,000 doesn't mean shit, okay? Okay, so if you're at a $30,000 profit, let's say hypothetically you had 300,000. Well, 30,000 on a $300,000 account is only 10%. That doesn't thrill me at all. Now, if you have a $30,000 account and you made 30,000, well, that's a little bit more impressive. Okay, but I don't like any one of those stocks because none of them pay dividends, which means I'm gonna have to sit in front of my computer all day long to figure out where is it going. How am I? No, thank you. I value my. You're gonna get to a point where you value your time more than you value the money. Riley has earnings in the first. I wouldn't trade it. Okay, I get that, but I already own it. Okay. Let's keep on moving on. So it should get you excited. I'm 135% up on your stocks. Well, good for you. That's awesome. So I'm assuming if you have a $30,000 profit and you're up 130 something percent, then hypothetically you started out with 27,000. Okay, so you're up 2,000 on a $10,000 account in 2 years. 2,000 on 10, that's 20%, 10%, that's 10% a year. Okay, well, good for you. It doesn't happen for everyone. Not everyone finds a stock that shoots up and just keeps on going. It doesn't always happen. Someone is at the tail end. And eventually, at some point in time, you dance to the music, you're gonna have to pay the fiddler sooner or later. All right? Okay, I'm not looking to put my money into a company and have it just shoot up like a rocket like you did. Okay, no, I need cash flow. Not that I want it, I need it because I'm retired, my income's gotta come from somewhere. Okay? I am past the point of putting my money here and watching it grow. No, I need cash flow. So I'm happy for you. Good for you. Not what we're doing here. And if that's what you're looking for, you're definitely in the wrong place. So average 103 on 25 shares. Okay, yeah, that's good. But I want your opinion. Do you think my portfolio is good? It depends on what you're looking for. So apparently, is this live? Yes, it is live. Okay, apparently you're looking for capital appreciation. Well, great. I'm going to save you a lot of time and aggravation. You're in the wrong place, dude. That's not what I do here. I'm not interested at all whatsoever, and I don't know how to make this clearer to you. I'm not interested in buying a stock and having it go up and just sitting there watching it. That does nothing for me. I need cash flow. I'm retired, which means I have X amount. That's it. That X amount has got to pay my bills on a monthly basis. Dividend-wise, no. Every single one of those companies you labeled has no dividends. Wait a minute. Nvidia has dividends. Okay? Palantir, no dividends. Okay? Tesla, no dividends. What was that other one? There was another. Amazon, no dividends. So out of the 5 stocks you labeled, one has a dividend, and that's Nvidia, and that's 1 cent per share. But I started day trading and down 200. I didn't. Okay, hold on. Traded and down 200. I didn't set any stop losses, but I need to start charting as well. Mr. Random, cool beans. I don't use stop losses. Not part of my strategy. Okay? I go by my number 1 rule, my number 2 rule, my number 3 rule, and my number 4 rule. Wait a second. Let's just throw in number 5 also. Never buy something you don't understand. If you're buying something like he just labeled off, means you really don't understand it, or that's not what you're looking for. Okay, what I'm looking for here is cash flow, not not stock appreciation. It's not what I'm looking for. Stories throughout history. For the people just entering the chat, could you tell us what your strategy is based around, or what it is you do? Oh, well, stories throughout history. Are you ready? I'm going to make it really quick. I invest in dividend stocks, specifically those stocks that consistently increase their dividends to their shareholders for more than 20 consecutive years. That being said, I use a simple, safe, predictable strategy up against them, selling a covered call, one of the safest trading strategies it is. That allows me a profit of 1% per week. 1% a week is about 50% per year. I'm not looking for capital appreciation. I'm looking for cash flow. This is a big difference. If you're looking for capital appreciation, if you're looking for something like Palantir, Palantir, Nvidia, Amazon, or one of those companies like that he named, yeah, you're in the wrong place. Okay, those are capital appreciation stocks. That means you put your money into it and you just sit and you wait and you watch. That's it. You sit, wait, and watch. That's all you do. Okay, if that's what you're looking for, you're in the wrong place. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a simple, safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week using nothing but pre-qualified dividend stocks. And those are companies that are consistently profitable for more than 2 decades. Now there's 9,717 different companies to choose from. So why would I choose a company that doesn't fit? Don't get me wrong, I used to love growing up. We had what's called the wish book. Okay, some of you guys might remember that, the Sears catalog. Okay, we used to flip through, ooh, I want that. Ooh, I want that. Ooh, I like this. Yeah, it's nice and lovely to shop, but if it don't fit, it just don't fit. All right? So, John, do you like dividend ETFs? Some of them, yes. Most of them, no. Okay? I like a dividend ETF if they are consistently profitable, which most of them are not. Okay, the dividends go up, the dividends go down. The dividends go up, the dividends go down. So, my assumption is you're asking a question like that, you're not retired either. When you're retired, you need a safe, predictable income. That's why they call it people on a fixed income. Okay, so my fixed income is 1% per week of my strategy, of my portfolio. So hypothetically, if I have $100,000 in my account, my cash flow would be $1,000 a week. That's 1% of $100,000. S&P 500, no, oh, double hell no. Have you checked the numbers for the S&P 500? Seriously, check the number. Okay, so I'm done with you guys on YouTube for a while. Let's go back to TikTok and get some questions from these guys because they've been here a little bit longer. Mr. Chen, you want to take a look at U.S. Steel? I love some U.S. Steel. I want to show you a couple trades I did on U.S. Steel. Why? I was just going to ask that question about option trading picks on your website, number 43. I get it now, I think, with a hedge. Okay, thank you. I understand you got it. That's cool. What about PLTY? It's the same thing. It is attached to PLTR. No. Okay, so I want to show you a Kohl. Wait a second. We haven't finished with Riley yet. Hold on. So Riley currently, the 30-day high, your 30-day bottom. We're looking for the 30-day bottom. Currently, it's Friday. So I look for 2 days the upside. Now, I already own it, so I'm probably not going to jump back into it because I have it at 550. 550 is right about here. It's not that far off. So dollar cost averaging down really wouldn't be that effective yet. Okay? So, Mr. Chen, let's take a look at U.S. Steel. I want to show you something I picked up the other day with U.S. Steel. Okay, so here's U.S. Steel. This company's been in business for over 100 years. Started out with Dale Carnegie, all right? And they are consistently profitable. Now, a year ago, we're at 49. We dropped down to 27. Other than that, she just stayed in this nice little channel between 36 and 39. And she just kind of went sideways all year long. So we broke out a little bit here, and we broke out a little bit there. So let's take a closer look at the numbers. Okay, a close look at the numbers. A year ago was the high of the year, 49.05. Oh, great. Look at the last 90 days. Okay, last 90 days. Wait a second. I need the low of the year. Okay, here's the low of the year right there. In September, 26.92, close to 27. Okay, she shoots up, comes down. Simple. Don't make it more complicated than it needs to be. Yeah, it went up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Yeah, but overall, it went up, it came back down again. That's your 90 days, the last 3 months. I look for patterns, okay? Up, down, up, down. The time frame is about the same. 1 month, 1 month, 1 month, 1 month, okay? So great. Let's take a closer look. That would be the 29th, right there. Okay, so this should be exciting. Look, 30 days ago, we're almost at 42. Monday, okay, Monday just before Christmas was the 30-day bottom right there. She went 2 days up, 2 days back. Not quite your bottom. It could be, depending what happens. Okay, it's not cut and dry. Okay, that is the 30-day bottom. Okay, there's no arguing with it. But what's taking so long turning around and going back up again? Now, I think it's going to turn around and go back up. I bought way too many shares, but let's take a look at some of the numbers for U.S. Steel. It's currently at 31.14. So at 31.14, let's take a look at a trade on U.S. Steel. Okay, so currently the purchase price is 31.30. The closest strike price to 31.30 is going to be 30.50. 31.50, sorry, right there, 31.50. So let's do a covered call on it, and I want to show you what U.S. Steel looks like. Here we go, right there. Let's just do one contract right there at the market to open, and here's what it sounds like. Here's Johnny. Buy one covered call of X U.S. Steel 100s, that's the weeklies, 3 January 25, that's this coming Friday, which means it's going to expire and be worthless after 3:59 p.m. on Friday. So, shit or get off the pot. Simple. You're going to do something, do it. If you're not, let it go to zero. The 31.50 call strike against X U.S. Steel at the market to open. Well, here's the break even, 29.50. Well, the stock is currently at 31.30. Okay? Profit, $200 a contract. Okay, clear, $200. What does it cost me? And I'm going to give you both. Ready? I'm going to give you all cash, and then I'm going to give you the numbers for margin. Too blurry. Okay, so I can't. Lily, this right here, this screen right here, is live on YouTube. Now, you're on one YouTube channel. I have 2 YouTube channels. The channel you're on is me standing in front of the screen. The other live YouTube channel is just the screen itself, because you probably can't see these little tiny numbers on your phone or on your iPad or whatever you're watching it on. If you watch it on your big screen TV, well, most likely you're going to be able to see the numbers. Okay, so the maximum profit is $200 per contract. One contract, $200. 2 contracts, $400. 3 contracts, you know the drill, so on and so forth. Okay, so the cost of the trade is $2,950 if it was all cash. Okay, divide 2,950. That comes to a grand total of, are you seeing the number? Seriously? Are you seeing that? 6.77% for 1 week, for 4 days. What does the stock have to do? Well, if it goes above 31.50, I make 6.7%. What if it just stayed the same? Well, if it just stayed the same, exactly where it is right now at 31.30, I'd still pick up the 6.7%. And I get to do it again next week. Okay, so there's a lot of questions that come at 3 o'clock on Friday afternoon. Well, one answer never changes. What did we jump in at? Okay, what was the price that we bought it at? Well, currently it's at 31.30. So if I do this order first thing tomorrow morning, hypothetically, it should fill at 31.30. So whatever happens between when I buy it and 3:59 p.m. Friday afternoon, well, a lot can happen between now and then. Is it going to go up? Is it going to pull back? What's it going to do? Well, I'm betting, well, number one, I like U.S. Steel. Number two, I have no problem buying and holding on to U.S. Steel. The premiums they pay are nuts. Okay? Now, that's if it was all cash. Let's see what it looks like if it was a margin account. The profit's still the same. It's still $200 for the profit. Okay? Right there. Maximum profit, 200 bucks. Remember why I say I want simple, safe, predictable? Well, it's telling me how much I'm going to make before I even do the trade. Then I got to ask myself the question. Question number one is, does it make sense? Question number two, do I like U.S. Steel? Question number three, do I like U.S. Steel at this price? And number four, can I picture myself holding on to U.S. Steel for however long it takes until it hits my target? Well, my target at this moment in time would be 31.50. It's currently at 31.30, very close to the 30-day bottom. Please tell us your stock portfolio. Kai Kroc, I got 6 different accounts. I share 3 of them publicly. The other 3 is none of your damn business, okay? I feel I share enough for free. I'm not trying to sell you anything, okay? I just believe that at some point in time, you need to give back to the community which you got from. So I am sharing for free the trading strategy that works so wonderfully for me, okay? And all my trades are listed online right here. Okay, every single trade I did this year, right here. Okay, you go all the way back as far as you want, because the very beginning, okay, right here, week number 1, first quarter. Okay, you click on it right there. What does it say? January 2nd, 2024. I don't have to look, I've seen it. Okay, what did I make that first week? That first week, I made 2.12%. Lovely way to start off the year. Okay, 2.12%. But look at the other account. This one right here. What do I have there? CVS, General Motors, Southwest Airlines, Comcast, and Ford. And count number 2, I made 2.99% first week of January. Okay, second week, third week, fourth week, so on and so forth. They're all there. You want to see my portfolio? Well, there's 2 of them there. And then in July, I added a third one. Where is it? Oh, right there, see? Right here. Week 28. Second week, third quarter. Okay? Second week, third quarter, right here. Account number 3. Okay? Macy's, Kohl's, and PW. And I just so happened to make 3.84 on account number 3. So, you know, July, August, November, only 6 months. Not bad. So all my trades are posted online. Thank you for asking. So where was I? Oh, we're going to figure out U.S. Steel. Because the profit, okay, max profit $200. Well, on margin, look what it's costing me on margin. 1,393. Okay, divide that by 1,393. And that is a 14% return in 1 week. Do I do foreign stocks? No. Unless they are listed on the U.S. stock market, I do not trade them. I don't know, I'm not 100% familiar with all the rules in foreign trading accounts. Okay, I only recently retired. I haven't put that much time and effort into this, but I'll get there as time progresses. So, VChen. I'm kind of curious. Do you like that? I think it's pretty damn good. Let's get back to where we were. Michael Haas, back again. Are you adding more Kohls since you think it could be the bottom? All right, hold on a second. Kohls. I think I got too many Kohls. Yeah, see, in this account right here, I got $56,000 worth of Kohls. I stop at 50,000. This account here, Kohls, 56,000. I already said that one. This one right here, Kohls. I only got 14,000. Yeah, I'll probably get some more Kohls here. What are we looking at? View trades. Yeah, I only have 2,000 shares here. So yeah, I'm more than likely to buy some more Kohls there if the numbers work. It always comes down to, do the numbers work? All right, so let's keep on keeping on. All right, so VChen, I hope that works out for you. Golf Pro Donkey. Okay, TCPC, never heard of it, dude. It's probably going to be a no, and I hate saying no to new people. TCPC. Shots. What's happening there, Shots? And Blake Berry, how are you today? Yeah, okay, so BlackRock, really? You think BlackRock, with all the money they're making, you really think they're going to share it with you? Monthly. I don't do monthlies. The numbers just don't work. Okay? Numbers don't work. It's going to be a no. Okay, Lenish. Parkerel. Okay, JEPQ, no. Dude, seriously, check the numbers. Hell no. Emerson Electric. Ooh, I like Emerson Electric. Hold that thought. Steele and Kirsten. I will try your strategy, but I still don't get it. I get how you make your picks. I only spend about an hour a month buying and only sell when it's no-brainer. How much time do I need to invest? Okay, so Steele, when I say at every single one of my videos, I always say, good afternoon, everyone. This is James from Dividend Stock Talk, brought to you by the 10-Minute Trader. It shouldn't take you more than 10 minutes. If you don't have 10 minutes to look in your personal finances every day, then you probably should be going somewhere else. Because most people spend more time planning a barbecue, a weekend barbecue, than they do with their personal finances. If it doesn't mean that much to you, then don't do it. Okay, to me, I work less than 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes on my own personal stuff. Okay, so let's take a look for a second. Hold on. Go all the way up to the top, all the way up, all the way up, all the way up. Okay, right here. Do you see the three accounts right here? Okay. Account number one, 168,000. 1% of 168,000 is $1,600. If I'm spending 10 minutes a day, okay, that's 50 minutes a week. That's about an hour. An hour for just one account. That's $1,700 an hour. Now, I got 6 different accounts. I'm showing you 3. This one right here, $1,600 an hour to trade that account, 1 hour. Now, I'm not saying that I'm 60 years old. I've been working since 1973. You ain't going to get $168 just starting out. 168,000 just starting out. It's going to take you a while to build up to that point. Okay, fine, but you got to start somewhere. All right, so where was I? Let's get out of that one. All right, yeah, so no. No. Okay, Lenish, JEPQ, no, check out the numbers, really? Doug, Japan and China hold the most U.S. bonds. Yeah, I get that. What cryptocurrencies do you own? Absolutely none. The reason why I have no cryptocurrency, I cannot go to Starbucks and buy a cup of coffee with Bitcoin. Can't. You have to take the Bitcoin and convert it into US dollars before you can use it. I have no desire to do that. And there's no safe, predictable, consistent way to make a profit with Bitcoin other than sitting there staring at it all day and hope it goes your way. Yeah, I'm not into that. Until they can come up with a safe, predictable, consistent strategy for investing in crypto, then maybe I will do it. But until then, no. Okay, Doug, I understand that Japan and China hold most U.S. bonds. I get that. Are they getting paid? Yeah, they are. Okay, honestly, think to yourself, what are they going to do if they don't? If they default? Now, has U.S. ever defaulted on a note? No, hasn't. Do you think they're going to now? Probably not. Okay, Robert, can I explain my strategy? Okay, Robert, are you ready? I'm only looking at pre-selected dividend stocks. There's only about 300 of them. Consistently profitable and have weekly options. Okay? I buy the stock. I sell somebody else the rights to buy it from me through what is called a covered call. Covered call is one of the safest, easiest strategies there is. Okay? I buy it for whatever the current... Let's get out of that one. Okay? I buy it for the current market price, first thing in the morning on a Monday. After I buy it, $22.95, I sell it to somebody else for the closest strike price I can find. In this situation, it's 23. Now, unfortunately, the 23 here is not quite 1%. I'm looking to gain 1% every week. So I buy a good stock, I sell it to somebody else for the exact same money I paid for it, okay, on a weekly option. And I do it every single week. I'm looking for a simple, safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week. So, Key Croc, my friend has 130 Bitcoin, and he's been employed since 2022, and he travels the world every month. Okay, you do realize the sun shines on a dog's ass every once in a while too. That doesn't mean everybody can do that. Not everybody can buy 150 Bitcoins. We can't. Okay? I have no desire to. So he bought it, he made the investment, good. More people didn't. You like that, John? Okay, so let's keep on going. I just explained my strategy. And you, Uncle Sam? And you, isn't that New Skin? And you? Very heckleable. Yeah, I get it. And you? New Holdings. Okay, so what's happening with New Holdings? Now, this is not one I normally do, so let's go to Yahoo Finance and see how NU pays out dividends. No dividends. Okay, so can you do me a favor? If you want me to take a look at a stock, make sure it's consistently profitable, number one, and then make sure it has weekly options. All right, what am I missing? Oh, wow. Now, I want to also mention, if you're going to ask a question, ask it once, only once, please. I will take a look at every single question. I will answer every single question. Mike, you want to take a look at Verizon? Verizon. Interesting. 39, the 40s. I'm going to say no to Verizon real quick. It's currently at 40 bucks. The $40 strike is going for 29 cents. Nah, that's like 0.75%. That's going to be a no. All right. Jeff, how do you scan for possible stocks each week? Jeff, I don't. Okay, so Jeff, let me explain to you very briefly. Okay? I take a look at the stock market in a whole. Okay? And then I pull what stocks I like. I pull what stocks I like. The Dividend Kings, Dividend Aristocrats, Dividend Champions, Dividend Contenders, Warren Buffett's list, a few others. Okay? I take those stocks and I put them into a calendar. Why do I put them into a calendar? Well, the calendar is going to tell me when is the company going to pay its dividend. Why is that important? Because if you can see, this right here is Warren Buffett's list. Okay, Bank of America, General Motors, American Express, Bristol Myers Squibb, U.S. Bank, Mandalese, Occidental Petroleum. Those are just some of them. This is just for the December. Okay, now, the reason I put them into a calendar, it tells me when they're paying their dividend. Why is that important? Stocks have a tendency to increase in value just before the dividend date. So if I'm going to buy a stock, I want to make sure the odds and probabilities are in my favor. The only way I can do that is to know something that nobody else knows. When is the stock going to move? Well, if they move predictably every year just before the dividend date, well, that tells me when to buy it. Okay, John, yes, I do like Occidental Petroleum, but let's not get sidetracked for a second. I put it into a calendar. The calendar tells me when and where to buy it, what time. Okay, see the all green dots? These each represent a company. There's 36 here, 97 there, 57 there, 33 here, 140 there, 75 here, 83 there. That's a lot of companies just for the month of December. I don't like all of them. Okay? I only like those that have consistently increased their dividend payments to their shareholders. So once I find that out, those are the only ones I look at. So I'm not looking at it all 300 all the time. So let's go back to okay. Let's go back to this list right here. This week right here, when I'm trading, it's 1 week at a time. I want to look at Nordstrom, Key, Halliburton, Waste Management, Bank of America, General Motors, Kimberly-Clark, and Pepsi. Those are the only stocks I want to look at that week. Okay, I don't want to look at Ford. I don't want to look at Home Depot. I don't want to look at Consolidated Edison. I don't want to look at anything. Just these right here. And I'm only picking up 1 or 2 stocks a week. I don't jump in and everything goes away at the end of the week. No, sometimes I have to carry stocks once in a while. The longest I've ever carried a stock, longest I ever held anything, was 9 months. And I didn't do it because I wanted to. How do you get that list of dividend days, paydays? This is called an EX dividend calendar. Okay, just go to Google. In the Google search, EX dividend calendar. There's a whole bunch of them out there. This one just so happens to be inside the trading platform that I use, and that's Thinkorswim, offered by Charles Schwab. Not that I get a kickback or anything, but I do like the trading platform. So as I was saying, the only ones I want to look at are those that are paying out their dividend. That's it. Okay, I don't look at all 300 every single week. I just look at what's on the list. Okay, that week, I told you that one. This week right here, UNP, Occidental Petroleum, VFC, MPW, Albemarle, Devon, Macy's, Seagate, T. Rowe Price, Walmart. Those are the only ones I want to look at next week. And then this week, I only want to look at those. This week, I only want to look at those. That's it. That's how I scan. All the stocks I like. The Dividend Kings, the Aristocrats, the Champions, the Contenders, Warren Buffett's list. I put those all on the calendar. They all pop up when they pay their dividend because that's just before they increase. What if Elon doesn't want to print more money? I guess we're going to cross that bridge when we get there, Hope. Oh, Joe Gruder Jr. wants to know how many of my stocks are actually down from when I bought them. Well, let's take a look. This account here. Foot Locker is in the money. Okay, that's up. Harley Davidson, that's down. Kohl's, that's down. MPW, that's down. And so is Riot. So 4 out of these 5 are down. Okay, Intel's in the money, MO's in the money, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of these are down. Okay. This one. Okay. 1, 2, 3 are in the money, so 5 of them are down. So a little bit more than half of them are down. But here's the thing, okay? I have one account that has 0 losses all year. 0. I haven't lost a single penny on that account. What account was that one? That was this one right here. Okay, this account here, 0 losses, and I'm up over 80% for the year. That's kind of nuts, but it is what it is. All right, so currently, that was a question. Okay, hope that answers your question there, Joe. Let's go to the next. Why not limit the symbols you accept to only those that are on your list of acceptable stocks? Basically, that's what I do. Vincent, okay. Rafaelio, if you believe Munch garbage, you are probably not smart enough to be trading stocks. Well, I appreciate the vote of confidence. Thank you. Musk runs the country now. Cool, that's wonderful too. Hope, wake up. Alrighty. Kohl's, we already looked at Kohl's. Thank you. Al, can you please tell us about the stock Archer, ACHR? ACHR. Okay? $3 a couple of weeks ago, now it's at 11. Now I wouldn't touch this with a 10-foot pole. I've never in my life heard, hey, this thing just tripled in price. Let's buy some and wait for it to go higher. Never heard it. Never. Buy low, sell high. It's at the high now. Now's the time to be selling, not buying. But that's just my opinion. What the hell do I know? So you are making most of your profits from the dividend or the option. Yep. I thought you were using options to hedge on a loss. Nope. But you only hold a week, which is that enough to get the dividends. I'm not really looking to capture the dividend. If you take a good look at the numbers, the dividend usually is not as good as the premium. Okay, the stock option premium. Now, the stock option premium I can collect every 7 days. The dividend I can only collect once every 90 days. So this is a big numbers game. You play the numbers. You put the odds and probabilities in your favor. If 80% of all options expire worthless, well, I sure as shit don't want to buy them. I want to sell them. I want to be on the 80% side. And if I only buy stocks, there's a big difference between buying stocks and buying options. I don't buy options. I sell options. I buy good stocks because the thing is, with a good stock that's consistently profitable every year, well, they give me more money every year. That's worst case scenario. Worst case scenario, you end up with a good company that consistently profitable and consistently gives you more and more money. That's the worst case scenario. All right? So yeah, stocks go up, stocks go down. That's not the part I'm worried about. Consistent profitability and safety. Those are the two of my most important goals. Safety, consistency. That's it. Are they consistently profitable? Great. How safe is my money? Well, if the company's over 100 years old and they increase their dividends or their shares, the share of the profits they give back to the investors, if they consistently increase that, well, why the hell wouldn't I jump in? It's like, why not? Like some of the stuff you guys have me take a look at, like Archer. Okay, well, let's take a look. How wonderful does Archer pay its dividends? ACHR. Okay, Archer Aviation, $11.18. We have no profits, so we're willing to share. That's exactly what it says. We have no profits, we want to share. No dividends. No dividends, no thank you. Okay, I have no desire whatsoever to change my strategy. It works very nicely for me. If it doesn't work for you, I understand that. Nothing wrong with that whatsoever. Emerson. I like Emerson. Emerson is a dividend king. They've been around for quite a while. EMR. Okay? EMR is currently at 125. Here's the high, here's the low. Look at that nice movement. 137. Okay, 126 was the last trade. So 126, 10 cents to 165. Okay, you can get your 1% out of that. I don't like it when the market maker does this. He has the bid 120, the ask 137.17. No. During trading hours, it's like a 3 penny difference between the bid and the ask. But here, it's $17. No. So he's just screwing with us to give us a hard time. So the last trade, 125.71. More than likely, it should open up around 126. And there you'll get between 10 cents and 165. And that is over 1% if you like this company. Okay. The high, 134. That was back in December. Last January, 91. So it goes from 91 to 134. That's only a $45 increase. Not huge. Okay. Not huge. But look at the last 30 days. See, that's my main concern. The last 30 days gives me a good idea where do I think it's going to be in 5 days. If I want to jump in on Monday and be out on Friday, I want an idea where it's going. Well, your 30-day high, 135, that was 3 weeks ago. And then she dropped last week. Last Friday was the 30-day bottom. So what usually happens? Usually, 30-day high, 30-day bottom, bounces, goes back up. Well, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, 3 days in a row, goes to the upside. What the hell happened on Friday? Now, Friday was an up day, but she gapped down on Friday. She gapped down, but then she finished higher. Okay, all depends on how do you like Emerson Electric. Steel, I got money and time. I haven't lost money on the market year since 1998, but it has been a roller coaster. I pay very little taxes, haven't paid any in over 10 years, but I don't mind paying taxes. Okay, Steel, I have no idea what kind of a question is. That sounds more like a statement. Good for you. I'm glad you're doing well. Open your position midweek if you are unsure, or always on Monday. Always on a Monday. Now, the reason why I do it always on a Monday is because I sell time, okay? Basically, that's what it is. If I buy the stock at the market first thing in the morning, I sell the price first thing in the morning at the market open, okay? So we all know the opening price of the day is the opening price of the day. If I sell some of the rights to buy it from me for the whole week, well, on Monday, I get Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. 5 days of time value. Okay, if I do it on a Tuesday, well, I only get 4 days of time value. I just lost 20% of possible premium. Okay, if I do it on a Wednesday, well, now I just lost 40% possible premium. Okay, the most you're going to make is first thing Monday morning, because Monday morning, Friday afternoon, that is the most amount of time. The longer you wait to jump in, the less profit potential you're going to have. All right. You need to lower the exposure on your camera because we can't see anything on that screen behind you. Okay, Ed's brother. Ed, I thank you for the little tidbit of wisdom. However, when I say this screen here, the reason why I broadcast this screen here on YouTube live, so right now you can't, you know what? Let's just go. Fuck it, let's go. Here we go, right here. And we go to right there. Slide all the way up, right on over here to YouTube. Hold that thought, hold that thought. Here it is, The 10-Minute Trader. Take a look. Live broadcast on right YouTube there. Live. So right now you can't, you know what? Let's just go. Fuck it, let's go. Here we go, right here. Didn't I just say that? Right there. Slide all the way up, right on over here to YouTube. Hold that thought. Okay, so the screen behind me is live on YouTube because you cannot see these little tiny numbers on your phone or your iPad. So that's why the screen behind me is live on YouTube. Okay, makes it easier. Okay, Jesus, QYLD, hell no. Clam shorts, Kohl's, we already looked at it. Simone, how are you today? Hey, 86 is in the house. 86, you gotta help me out with some of these questions, dude. Seriously. Is your dividend advice or trading and investment both? All right, Torreson, Mayor. Okay, I don't give advice. I just read numbers, okay? I have no idea who is. Okay. Alrighty, you need to lower. Okay, got that. Simone, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Okay, so Torreson Mayor. Okay, I don't give advice. I read numbers. Okay, you give me a stock. Okay, somebody want to take a look at Emerson right there? These are the numbers. I read the numbers and I interpret the chart. Just my opinion. LYB, I'm glad I'm not the only one who didn't have a clue on the second channel. Yeah, YouTube has two different channels. One, me standing in front of the screen. Okay, it's exactly what they're seeing on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and the other channels. But YouTube also has just the screen. Okay, so if you want to watch on your computer, you want to watch on your big screen TV, you know, that 80-inch screen TV you just got for Christmas, yeah, go in the other room, watch it, pull it up. Big numbers, you can see it. How about Pfizer? Ooh, I like Pfizer. Okay. Golf Pro Donkey. What about TCPC? We looked at already, it was a no. All right. Low option volume. Okay, Rasta, that's just an opinion. I'm not quite sure what you mean by that. How about Pfizer? It's kind of going up. What do you think about it? Around 6% dividends, and growth. Okay, so, well, let's take a look at Pfizer. PFE. It is bouncing off the bottom. That was quick and easy to see. Here's your high, here's your low, here's where it was, here's where it is. Look, down, up, down, up. Simple. Okay, a third grader. I can get somebody from third grade. Where's the high? Right there. Where's the low? Right there. Okay, what direction is it going? Down, up, down, up. It's really that simple. Adults have a tendency to make things more complicated than they need to be. Current price, $26.59. The 26.50s are going for 33 cents. That's more than 1%. It's actually that simple. Okay, so it's more than 1%. This 1 year chart looks okay. So let's zoom on in and take a look at a little bit more detail. Okay, so the high of the year was in end of July, 31.55. The bottom of the year was 24.45, and that was last month, just a couple of weeks ago. Okay, last year was somewhere around 29, shoots up, pulls back. Last 90 days, look at this. 90 days ago, we're at 30. We dropped down here, we're shooting back up again. You really can't tell me you can't see that. Okay, high, low, bouncing, going up. It's actually that simple. Let's look at the last 30 days. The 29th, here it is. Last 30 days. 30 days ago at 26, we drop here, back up, back down, back up. Okay, Friday was the 30-day high. Definitely not time to buy this, because what usually happens on a 30-day high? Profit taking, which means this baby should be coming down. Where's the high? Well, that was Friday. Why are you buying at a high? You can if you want. I mean, I never tell people what they should do. Okay, I'll call bullshit when I say it. But that's a 30-day high, Friday. 30-day low was 2 weeks ago, or 3 weeks ago. Hits a low, and goes up. What do you think is going to happen? Well, when it gets high enough, it went from 25 to 26.80. Okay, $1.80. That's not a lot, but the stock is at 25. So $1.80. Okay, $1.80 on a $25 stock is just under 10%. Oh, right around that area. Anyway, let's keep on moving. Viper. If dividends tax different if you pull it down from the road. Okay, Viper, I'm not quite sure what you mean by that. Dividends tax different if you pull it down on the road. That makes no sense. Hope. Is S&P too concentrated in 7 to 8 stocks? All right, definitely not something I'm interested in. Okay, no concern of mine whatsoever. Johnny, we already looked at Dollar General. Lindarella, back again. And yes, Lindarella, we already did Kohl's. Okay, Golf Pro Donkey, we already did TCPC, and it was already a no. Okay, AAT, Heinz Ketchup, KHC, Dividend King, nice company, but the numbers usually don't work very well. We're currently at 30.68, so we can buy it 31. 31 is going for 15 cents. That's only 0.5%. It's actually that simple. Okay, Hope, SMCI, hell no. But Starbucks, yes. SMCI is a no. I already know that one. Okay, but Starbucks, okay, take a look at Starbucks. A year ago, we're at 96. We dropped all the way down to 72, shoot up to 104, drop back down. We're at 92 now. Okay, 92.68, what I can buy it for tomorrow morning. The 93s are going from 72 to $1. Okay, that is 1%. That is what I'm looking for. I like Starbucks. I know who they are. I know what they do. Okay, so let's take a look. Okay, 30 days ago was the 30-day high. She drops, here's the bottom, right there, 86. So she goes from 103 to 86, and look, 1, 2, 3 days to the upside. My world, where I come from, this is an invitation and a half. Okay, the numbers say over 1%, good. The chart tells me 30-day high 30 days ago. 30-day bottom was on Monday. Tuesday was higher, Thursday was higher, Friday was higher. That's 3 days of the upside. Well, I'm writing Starbucks down. S Buckies. All right, let's keep on keeping on. Boston Ron, dude, I haven't seen or heard from you in over a month. Ford, you say? Okay, Ford, here we go. Ford, high, low, was, is. Okay, sideways, up, down, sideways again, drops. Here we are at 10.03. The 10 is going for 15. That is over 1%. Simple. Now let's dissect the chart and see if it's the right time to buy. Just because the numbers look good doesn't mean it's the right time. All right. A year ago, 12.28. Topped out at 14.87, was it? 14.85. Bottomed out a little bit after that, right at 9.49. Look at the last 90 days. Look at the movement, okay? Nice, beautiful, all in the range, okay? Between 10.40 and 11.20. Look how many times you could have traded it. Buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy. Okay, that's channeling, okay? It doesn't go higher than 11.20 and it doesn't go lower than 10.20. It just stays in that one area. Goes up, goes down, goes up, goes down. How many times would you have traded it? Honest question. Okay, so last 30 days. Look at your last 30 days. Another invitation. It's a good channel. Yes, it is. I love that channel. Okay. High, 11.30. 30 days ago. Bottom, 9.70. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 days to the upside. Now, look at Friday. Friday had a higher high, but it also closed a little bit lower than Thursday. Well, what does that mean? Well, it's going in an uptrend. 30 days ago we're here, now we're here, we're bouncing up, and it will give me over 1%. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, Hope, SMCI, it's a no. Okay, SMCI does not fit the equation. It's just no, right? Now, Starbucks, yes. DPZ, what the heck is DPZ? Never a good thing when I say, what the heck is this? DPZ, Domino's Pizza. Interesting. And Domino's Pizza, check out the numbers here. Check that out. 30 days ago, 480 was the high. Profit taken brings us down to 420. That's a $60 drop. That's 25% drop. Well, 1, 2, 3 days to the upside. I still want to find out where she opens up tomorrow. Okay, John wants to take a look at Merck. MRK. MRK. Ooh, another good one. Check it out. 30 days ago, we were somewhere around here. 108, dropped down to 95, back up, back down. Bouncing off that. 4 days to the upside. Hell yeah, with MRK. John, take a look. 30 days ago, right there. Okay, 30 days ago. 103, dropped down to 100, shoots up to 105, drops down. Here's your bottom right here at 98. Now we're at 99.70. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days to the upside. 5 days to the upside. Look at what the high is, way up here, 105. That's a lot of space. Now look at the bottom. Not very much space there. Now, what are the odds and probabilities of it going up as opposed to it going down? Well, a higher probability of it going up than going down. But right now at 100, look at the 109, 101s. Because right now the price is $159. $100.59. So we'd be looking at the 101s, and the 101s are going for 42. That's not even 0.5%. So sorry. Coca-Pepsi. Nasir, how are you today? Okay, now we already did the Coke-Pepsi challenge on Friday. Nothing's changed since then. Is Testa good? I have no idea what Testa is. When you trade on margin, what's the house cut? 8%. Okay, Jonah, Tesla. Tesla has no dividends. Okay? No dividends, no thank you. I don't like to invest in a company that does not share their profits. Okay, there's 9,817 different companies. Tesla just happens to be one of those, not on my list. I don't know how I can, all right, wait. I gotta say it slower because it doesn't make any sense. I don't know how can I got to do this training. All right, Nasir, it's not that difficult. Okay, you've been here before. I recognize the name. Just take your time. One day at a time, it will click. It's not that difficult. Get cultured. We already looked at Pfizer. Any special circumstances that would lead you to break the 20-year historical growth data rule? Yeah, absolutely. If it's on Warren Buffett's list, or if it's on a list of another trader that I highly respect. But for the most part, for me personally, I like companies that are consistently profitable. How about Hasbro? H-A-S. H-A-S. No. That was quick. Okay? The reason I say no to Hasbro, it's a monthly. Monthlies just don't work. Okay? I can trade a monthly once a month. Well, that's only 12 times a year. So here's the question. If I'm making an average of 1 or 2% each option trade that I do, and I do the monthlies only, well, that's 12 to 24% per year. Okay, that's higher than most people are getting. But here's the thing. If I do a weekly, okay, every single week I can do one. That's 52 times a year. Same averages, 1 or 2%. Well, now I'm making 50 to 100% per year. So here's the question. Kind of a silly question, but 12 to 24%, 50 to 100%. I don't know. I don't do monthlies. The numbers just don't work for me. If you like monthlies, fine, more power to you. I just don't do them. They just don't work with the numbers for what I want to do. Not only that, okay, take a look at the last 30 days for Hasbro. Hasbro, last 30 days. Here we go. Okay, here's the last 30 days for Hasbro. You can do a trade once a month. Here we go, look. 30 days ago, we're at 65. We jump up to 68, drop all the way down to 56. Well, now we're at 56.70. Great. Now tell me where it's going to be in another 30 days. You've seen this movement in this 30 days. Oh, great. You want to do a monthly? Great. Tell me where it's going to be in 30 days. I have a hard enough time picking out where it's going to be in 5 days. 5 days should be easy. It should be somewhere around 50, 58, 59 in 5 days. But 30 days? No. Sorry. I don't. It just doesn't work for me. I don't do monthlies. They just don't work. Did you come up with this on your own? Yes, I did. Okay, what part of when my daughter jumped on my lap in 2008 said, Daddy, can you teach me? I said, yeah, okay, let me think about it. Let me figure out a strategy specifically for you. So the trading strategy I'm showing you right here, right now, for free, I actually pulled out of thin air because I had to figure out how do you get a 9-year-old to understand stock market. Well, it's pretty easy. Like, honey, where's the high? Right there, Daddy. Where's the low? Daddy, well, silly, it's right there. Okay, what direction is it going? Come on, Daddy, look. It went down, it went up, and it went down again. Now it's going sideways. It's not that difficult. Okay? Now, do the numbers work? Well, what's the current price? 64.40. No, it ain't. 56.70 was the last one. So we'll be looking at the 57s. The 57's right here, 30 cents. Is that 1%? No. Well, how do you figure out 1%? Well, if the stock price is 64.43, just take the decimal point, move it over 2 places. So 64 cents is 1% of $64. It's actually that easy. Teaching that to a 9-year-old, well, that's easy. Well, it says 64.43. Well, honey, if you move the decimal point over, what's it say? Well, Daddy, it says 64 cents. Okay, is that 64 cents? No, it's not. Well, then that's a no. Adults have a tendency to make it more complicated. Okay, is the stock on the list? Hasbro? No, not on the list. Why? Because it's a monthly. I don't do monthlies because the numbers just don't work. Diego, best 3 stocks to invest in today. Okay, Diego, I'd love to tell you about that, but I have no idea who you are. I have no idea what you're looking for, and I have no idea what you know or how much you're willing to commit. I don't know anything about you, so I can't really tell you what to invest in. But I can tell you what my 3 best stocks are. Okay, my number 1 is Macy's, Nordstrom's, and Kohl's. Those are the ones I made the most money on this year. QSI is hot right now. Bigry, QSI, really? QSI. Okay, it's hot now. It was at 75. Now it jumped all the way up to 420. When is the last time you've heard, oh, look at it, it's really high. Let's buy some and wait for it to go higher? No, never hear it. Thank you. Do you come up with this on your own? Yes, I did. Can you talk more about McDonald's? Mickey D's, MCD. Oh, interesting. Look where MCD is. Mickey D's. A year ago, we were at 293. Now we're down. We dropped down to 240, jumped up to 320, back to 285. Now we're sitting at 293.74. The 295s are going for $1.62 to 195. But I hate it when it's like this because I have to do extra math. All right. The current price is 293.74. The closest strike price is going to be the 292s. But they're only going for 187 to 375. So I'm losing 74, $1.24. So I'm losing $1.24. If I take $1.24 off of this, then it's not 1%. So sorry, it's actually that simple. Don't get me wrong, I like McDonald's, but I'm not getting 1%. Why would, no, don't get me wrong, I like the company. Why would I put money into a company that's not giving me what I want? Should I buy some? Is it good? Okay, so I just told you, Galaxy, I like McDonald's, I do. Okay, if we take the name out, just get rid of the name. Okay, MCD, just forget the name. Just look at the numbers and just look at the chart. The numbers are what the numbers are. You cannot argue with the numbers. Look at the chart. You really can't argue with that either. Here it was, drops, it shoots up, pulls back. Now here we are. Great. What's the last 90 days look like? Okay, the last 90 days. Okay, there's our high, big gap down. Here's our low. Look at the movement. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Now it's going up. Well, great. It's in an upward trend. Wonderful. Let's look at the last 30 days. The last 30 days, right there. Here we go. Breaks it up really good. 30 days ago, 295. We drop. We shoot up 304. We drop down to 289. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. 5 days going up. Well, normally it looks like it should continue going up. Well, great. Where is it going? Well, currently at 293.74. If I do the 292.50s, well, I'm not making 1%. So why would I invest in it? You're built like that chart. Galaxy, I'm not quite sure if that's good or bad. What is relay? Relay. I have no idea what that means. QSI. What the heck is QSI? QSI. Quantum. Yep, hell no. Are loco. Do you ever take profits or do you reinvest the profits each week after the week at the end of the year? Okay. Now, loco, I'm not quite sure you noticed this, but you see how it says on each one of these? Okay. 3 stocks, Marathon, Nordstrom's, Riot, I made 1.77. I withdrew 1,200. Okay, I withdrew 1,200. If you come all the way to the top. So far this year, I withdrew $43,000. I mean, I've taken money out, so yeah, I don't reinvest. I have to use it to pay my bills. All right. Okay, Jonathan. I already said Tesla's a no. Hope, you want to know what Riley is? R-I-L-Y? It's just a company that the numbers look good. Now, Hope, Riley, what stock do you have bought? Okay, Diego, I got 6 different accounts. I got a whole bunch of different companies. How about Quantum SI? You actually got to give me the ticker symbol because I've never heard of that company. Okay, Cash XRP, not a dividend stock, dude. Okay, and I already said I don't do cryptocurrency. B, AVGO, AVGO. Here we go, dude. Here we go. Ooh, yeah. I'm going to stay away from this one only because, take a look. The high is up here. Okay, I don't like buying at the high. You got a big gap right here. And gaps have a tendency to fill. What does that mean? Well, this stock is going to come down eventually, and I don't want to be playing in this playground. Okay, especially when it comes down here. Okay, stocks have a tendency to fill. My strategy is flat earth. Well, cool beans, Mr. Luke. Randall Ray, what's happening? I bought Pro. Okay, hold on. I bought Prawn. Can you tell me if it's good or bad? I spent $5,000 on it, and I'm wondering if I wasted $5,000. Okay, I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. I've never heard of it. Okay, Prawn Therapeutic, it has no options. Okay, and it's not even opening up on the chart. Okay, it's not even opening up. So I don't know what to tell you there, dude. Okay, I don't buy something I don't know or I don't understand. Okay, that's rule number 1. Never buy something you don't understand or you don't want to hold on to long term. So my assumption is you put $5,000 into PRON because you think it is a good buy. I can't really tell you because I can't pull it up. Damn. All right, what's next? If I subscribe with you, then you will provide me details or what I need to do. Okay, Nicole, hold on one second. Caton is a loser. Okay, it's a weird name. I mean, my parents named me James, but your parents named you Caitlin as a loser. Okay, I don't judge. All right. Okay, so Nicole, if you subscribe with me, then I will provide you with details of what you need to do. It doesn't really work that way. Okay, I can't tell you what to buy. All I can do is show you what I do. No, it's my channel. Oh, it's your channel name. Why would you use a name like that? That's so horrible. In my humble opinion, saying something is a total loser is probably not a good idea for a name. All right, anyway, what do I know? Yeah, so Nicole, Dow. John, you want to take a look at Dow? Why do you want to take a look at Dow? Okay, here's the high, here's the low, here's where it was, here's where it is. Look at the momentum. Goes sideways and then drops. $40 at the moment. So the $40.50 is going to be the closest one. And it's going from 16 cents to 33 cents. Not 1%. Now, don't get me wrong. I like Dow. It is on my list. Okay, every once in a while, it pays a good premium. Every once in a while, it does not. Today, it does not today. All right, so Nicole, basically, if you want to trade in my morning tradings group, what I provide is the stocks that I am currently looking at for the week. Now, I have about 20 stocks that I'm going to be looking at tomorrow morning. Okay? I go through basically the exact same thing you see here. Nothing different. Ooh, John, I love Microsoft. Okay? I take a look at what the chart is. Is it high? Is it low? That's one. Then I take a look at what am I collecting? Is it worth my time and effort to buy it? If it is, what's the last 30 days telling me? Okay, is it a 30-day high 30 days ago, 30-day bottom here? Look at this, 1, 2, 3, 4 days to the upside. That's definitely high, low, now it's going up. Perfect opportunity. However, look at the number, 40.35. The closest strike price is going to be the 40.50. The 40.50 is going for 16 cents. Okay, that's not even 0.5%. 0.5% per week is 25% per year. Okay, that's not that bad. But why would I do this when there are other companies that will give me 1% or more than 1%? Hell, US Steel is giving me over 5% for the week. I like that, but I get too much US Steel, so I'm not buying anymore. Vonnie, I need to set up for retirement. I'm not looking for a shoot up. Well, Vonnie, it's the exact position that I'm in. Now, Vonnie, I have two opportunities in front of me. I could take all my money and give it to a money manager, and he'll give me a whopping 4% per year. Yay! 4% per year, I'm going to have to go back to work. No! Hell no! So you got a choice. Take responsibility, take accountability for your own money. Nobody has more interest in your money than you do, or your ex's lawyer. Anyway, just kidding. But seriously, question number one, Vonnie, does it make sense? That's number one question. Does it make sense? Now, Golf Pro, I asked you several times. Please ask the question once. TCPC was no the first time you said it. As a matter of fact, TCPC was no the second time you said it and the third time you said it. What makes you think that after 6 times of asking me politely about TCPC that I'm going to change my mind? No means no, no matter which language you're in. No, niet, na, whatever language you're looking at. No is no. Okay, AVGO, we already looked at it. QSI, already looked at it. But Vonnie, if that's really what you're interested in, drop me your number. I'll give you a buzz. We'll chat. DPZ. We looked at DPZ. That was a no. We checked Pfizer. Okay. Do you reinvest your weekly profits or do you reinvest the full amount each week? No. Loco, I use some of the money to actually live off of. And then the rest of it, whatever's left, I put back in for growth. Not a lot, but most of it is going to pay bills because we're the only species on this planet that's got to live to be here. All right, we got 10 minutes left. I want to do all the questions because I want to answer every single question, so I'm probably not going to look at any stocks anymore. Let's answer the questions. And just to let you guys know, this is the very last Sunday of the year. Okay, tomorrow, start 2 days. That's it. Monday, Tuesday, and then 2024 is done and over with. Then it's going to take me about a week or so to crunch all the numbers to see exactly how 2024 performed for me. Thank you, Steele. Okay, so let's go through all the questions. Do you reinvest weekly? Okay, we already asked that question. What is the code for US Steel? X. It's titled My Broadcast. Yeah, I know, kind of lame. Why do you call yourself the 10-minute trader? Well, actually, I'm not the 10-minute trader. Videos, oldest.
Hi, I'm JC, and I'm the 10-minute trader. In less than 3 minutes,
Okay, did you hear that? Hi, I'm JC. I'm the 10-minute trader. Okay, I had to be a simple, safe trading strategy for her, and it had to be less than 10 minutes. How else do you keep a 9-year-old focused on something? So it was simple. If it's not on the list, don't do it. If it's not profitable, don't do it. Okay? Where's the high? Where's the low? What direction is it going? Is it 1% or more? If so, then it's a yes. Then you just decide how much of the portfolio do you put in each account. And that's relatively easy. If you got 100,000, it's 20, 20, 20, 20. For me, okay, 20%, 20%, 20%, 5 positions. Okay? I do the 31 just inside the money. Cool. How many years of trading do you have? I have 20 years of trading. A little over 20. Okay, Leo, I got that part. I was there when it happened. Why did you split? The bear Jew 4? Okay, I'm not quite sure what you mean by why did I split. I didn't go anywhere. GM is a failed company with failed management. I'm going to agree with you, Godric, but you cannot argue the facts. You can't. General Motors has been in business for over 100 years. The book value on General Motors is higher than the stock price. So even if General Motors was ordered to liquidate, you'd be getting more money on General Motors than you would pay for the stock. When did you trade Click for your profit? Wait. Kyle. When did trading click for you for profitability for many years, and what made that click? Oh, I read a book. Okay. The book was, hold on, The Wall Street Money Machine by Wade Cook. 20 some odd years ago, I read that book. Simple. It just made sense. Somebody's going to say something to you, and it's going to make total sense, and it's going to send your life on a total different trajectory. I'll give you a perfect example. Perfect example. Some of you in the audience, some of you will say, oh, yeah, happened to me. Okay, you ready? Okay. I was dating this girl at the time, and we were planning on buying a motorhome and driving across country. We actually went motorhome shopping. We went and checked out what we liked, what we didn't like. All this kind of nice, neat, cool, fun stuff. And my son gave me a call. He says, Dad, are you sitting down? You're going to be a grandfather. All my plans, 90 degree, just totally wiped out. Okay, 6 months worth of going to look at RVs, test driving them, trying to find which was right. All plans change with the phone call. Okay, same thing's going to happen to you. You get your life all planned out. One phone call is going to change everything. One decision is going to change everything. So, Godric, General Motors, you may not like it at the moment, but they are consistently profitable. They've been around for over 100 years. They are on my list. Sorry. What is the code for U.S. Steel? X. 3 separate accounts, probably another person's and kids, and for tax purposes. Could very well be. I actually have 6. Getting ready to pick up another one. That's a real cool story. It's not a story. It actually happened. What was the name of the book? The Wall Street Money Machine. Nucor. N-U-E. All right, let's take a look at Nucor. N-U-E. Wow. At first glance, it don't look good. But that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for an opportunity. The high of the year, just over 200. The low, right around 115. Okay? The high, she drops down, goes sideways, drops some more. Here's the bottom, it's bouncing off of it. You're going to see a lot of stocks. Wall Street Money Machine. Yeah, the Wall Street Money Machine by Wade Cook. Okay? This is close to a 50% drop. You're going to see a lot of that. Okay? Companies drop a huge amount, but then they get to a certain point where it's like, well, this is as low as we're going to go. Well, let's take a look. Nucor. Here's your last 30 days right here. Here's your high right there. She drops. Here's your bottom. She's bouncing off. 1, 2, 3, 4 days to the upside. 4 days, higher highs, higher lows. So the question is, number 1, does it make sense? Number 2, do I like Nucor? Number 3, is it paying out? Well, 129.95. Well, I can't use that number. The last trade was 117, so I'll be looking at the 118s. And look at that, 135. That is 1%. I am going to write that one down. N-U-E. All right, we got 4 minutes left. Let's just keep on going. Okay, user 5370794888913. How about we just call you Peter? Okay. It says U.S. Steel is very low dividends. Why is that good? I'm not looking for the dividend, dude. It's actually that simple. I'm not looking to capture the dividend. I'm looking to get the premium. And the premium for U.S. Steel at the money at this moment in time. The money is 31. The 31.50 is $1.15. Okay, that is 3%. Trade GTP, I'll get you funded. All right, Nova. Nova Gala, send me the info. Hope, we already looked at Starbucks. Sorry, I didn't get it. Can I try with General Motors? Laura, Laura, it's almost 11:30. I'm done at 11:30. GM, currently it's at 54. Okay. The 55 is going for 49, 43 to 49, not quite 1%. Okay, so General Motors doesn't actually work for it this week. I'm banned from Charles Schwab. Sorry, dude. How do you trade dividend stocks? Dude, you have to come back tomorrow. Okay, we got 2 minutes left. I want to go through the rest of the questions. When it comes to the dividend in the calendar, should we be looking 2 weeks ahead of the EX date? Exactly. You're welcome, Laura. Poppy, how much money do you need to sell options the way you do? Do you hold stocks and sell call? Well, yeah, I buy the stock and I sell the call. What did you break now? ENB? No. What do you think about Walgreens? I love Walgreens. I have a bunch of Walgreens. What's your strategy? My strategy, dividend capturing 2.0. I buy a stock just before the dividend date. I collect a nice fat premium, and then I sell it for more than I paid for it, or the same amount I paid for it. What do I make a week with Emerson? I can't really tell you that because I have no idea what it is you plan on doing with Emerson. Good question, Hope. Did you say Walgreens? Laura, yes, I like Walgreens. WBA? WBA. Okay, Walgreens has been floating around the bottom for quite a while. Okay, here's your high, here's your low. Look at it going up. Well, now it's going down. Now it's turning around. 9.77. The 10's going for 11 cents. That's over 1%. What do you look at for in your strategy? Consistency of profitability. Okay, Everroll the Freitas. Okay, we already looked at Ford. What do you make in a week with Emerson? I have no idea what you're doing with it. Okay, I look for 1% a week. Invest software. GPUS, GPUSBP, GPUS. The GPUSB and A, I ended up with preferred stock when I sold it at on the end date. Okay, PM, Philip Morris. Ooh, TSLA, no. Hello, I'm interested in doing. Rima, how are you today? Come back again tomorrow. We're here every single night and from 9 until 11:30. XDT, nope. What did you break now? MTL, never heard of it. ADP, ooh, nice. Why don't you trade in, why don't you trade in New York session? I have no idea what that means. What about WBA is Walgreens? Well, yeah, WBA is Walgreens. Nucor is the process of building a $3 billion mill in Mason County. Okay. Yes, Brad, I will close my positions before the expiration. Sometimes. What do I think about SoundHound? No. No dividends, no thank you. Oh, didn't you see this was focused on dividends? Yep. PLTR, no dividends, no thank you. That's not water. Nope, it's water with honey. That's why it has that yellowish color. I'm not used to talking so much. So the honey is good for the sore throat. Short BA. Isn't that Boeing? Okay. If you invest 10,000 Emerson now, how much will make in a week? I don't know. Thanks. Okay. Do I ever play in communities? I have no idea what that means. But I do know that was the last question. Last question means we are done for the evening. So, that being said, I have a strategy with a win rate of 80% and a target of 2. Uh-oh. If you want, I can explain it. Oh, please do. So, car era, you're going to share with me strategy that's 80% effective. Okay, I'm waiting. Commodities, yeah, not anymore. I did them years ago. Okay, don't get me wrong, commodities are easy, okay, but too much time, not enough predictability and consistency, okay? I like consistency, predictability, okay, because I'm at that point where I'm not looking to do something. He's still typing. Yeah, I'm assuming he is. I'm kind of interested in what he has. It's 80% effective and goes 2% per week. Okay. What do you think about Oracle? Well, I like Oracle. ORCL. All right. Anyway, that being said, it's that time of day. Long-term leaps. Yeah, no. Okay, that's buying. Is boy trading real? I don't know. I've never traded boys before. Cryptocurrency? Hell no. Bots? Yeah, no. The AI trade Oracle? Yeah, no. Okay, I've seen enough of the Terminator movies. Yeah, no thank you. Okay, it will be an issue at some point, and don't kid yourself that it won't. One day you're going to be trying to figure out, what the fuck? You will. Because we're just giving away too much, in my humble opinion, too much accountability. We're giving away too much accountability. Anyway, all right, so it's past 11:30. I'm going to call it a night. He just said he had a trade strategy that was 80% effective, 2%. I haven't seen him. He just disappeared. All right, you guys over on Instagram, have a nice night, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Now, for those of you on my morning trading group, hang tight. I'm going to send you the list in a few minutes and the invite for tomorrow. All right, so all that being said, you guys have a great night, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Have a great night. You too, Laura.